Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Is the Bronx in the house this morning? I don't think so. I don't think this is working. Testing. Is the Bronx in the house this morning? Let's give a big Bronx welcome to Governor Rosselló. Welcome to New York. I want to thank Congressman Serrano, who's been a steadfast supporter. He is a pioneer. He's always been there for Puerto Rico and for New York, and he's going to lead the fight for us today. Congressman Serrano, let's give him a big round of applause. I want to thank Borough President Diaz for organizing today. Let's give the Borough President a big round of applause. I want to thank Marcos Crespo for being on that first plane, for organizing the effort in Albany. Let's give Marcos Crespo a big round of applause. It is fitting that we are in Casita Maria today, 80 years serving the Puerto Rican community. And that's what today is all about. It's about standing up, unifying, and standing up and advocating for the Puerto Rican community, for what is right and fair. That's what we want for Puerto Rico. Governor, I want you to know that you have in this room all the elected officials. You have our brothers and sisters in organized labor who are here. You have some of the leading foundations who were there for Puerto Rico. And this rally is being replicated as we speak all across the state of New York today. It's not just, we have a rally going on, and they can watch us, Governor, by the modern-day technology. We have a rally in Buffalo where we have Lieutenant Governor Kathy Hochul. We have a Rochester rally where we have Secretary of State Rossana Rosado. We have a rally right now in Syracuse, New York, where we have Ruth Colon. We have a rally going on in Albany right now with Guillermo Linares. And we have a rally at Cornell University where all the students are together in unity with Puerto Rico. Governor, I hope you know, as the congressman said, that your pain is our pain. The Puerto Rican community in New York shed tears right along with the people in Puerto Rico. And it wasn't just the Puerto Rican community in New York, because when you are a New Yorker, the association, the relationship with the Puerto Rican community can't be any closer. And all New Yorkers felt the pain and the anguish that you were going through. And I want you to know that the pain on the island and the destruction on the island, which is worse than you see on the pictures, worse than you see on the pictures. It is indescribable. That pain resonated all through New York. I hope, Governor, that you and the people on the island felt the love that came out of New Yorkers. The spontaneous outpouring of support was like nothing I've ever seen. I wish I could say to you, Governor, that we organized the contributions that came from New York. We didn't. It was spontaneous. It was the emotion that New Yorkers felt. And it was all across the state. Hundreds, literally hundreds of containers filled with contributions going down to the island. 600 state personnel who stepped forward to go down to volunteer. 500 utility workers were in Puerto Rico. We had over 150 medical personnel going down. Nurses went down, 1199 went down, Greater New York Hospital Association went down. It was right across the board. We had foundations like UNICEF and the Beltran Foundation and the Colibri Foundation. Everyone on every level did what they could. People, Governor, who didn't have much would come forward with 2 or 3 cans of food and say, please send these down. It's all I can do. I wish I could do more. That's how universal this was. But Governor, I tell you in honesty, and I'm not going to be as careful as the congressman was with his words. As proud as I am of what this state did, is as ashamed as I am of what this country has done. Puerto Rico deserved better than this country has responded. Period. And Governor, I want you to know that what this federal administration has done does not represent the feelings of the American people. They're representing their own views and their own politics, but not the feelings of the American people. I was in the federal government during Hurricane Georges, when Puerto Rico also suffered. And I was the person who went down from the federal government. And I am telling you, the difference in the federal response was night and day. And the American people supported the entire effort that this federal government brought to bear. At that time, I worked with Governor Rosselló I. Governor Rosselló's father was the governor at that time. And I saw the federal government organize and mobilize in a way that never happened here. That's what America is all about. By the way, Governor, when I say Governor Rosselló won, I mean it just in terms of time periods. We have Ruben Diaz 1, and then we have Diaz 2. We have Cuomo 1 and Cuomo 2, but that just signifies the time frames. The Serrano 1 and Serrano 2. And if it's any solace, Governor, to the people of Puerto Rico, the disrespect shown by this administration is not just towards the people of Puerto Rico. This administration has shown disrespect for any people who they believe are different. We have seen disrespect to Muslim Americans. We've seen disrespect to gay Americans. We've seen disrespect to female Americans. We've seen disrespect to working class Americans. We've seen disrespect from this administration to Haitians and Salvadorans and to Africans. We have seen continued disrespect for people who they believe are different, who don't fit their picture of America. But their picture of America is wrong. They don't see this room. They don't see the diversity. And they don't understand that the diversity is what made America, America, what makes New York, New York. That diversity is something to be celebrated. They don't see it, Governor. They don't see it. Unfortunately, I think Nancy Pelosi was right when she said they're trying to make America white again. They don't understand that diversity is our greatest asset, and it is. And New York shows that day in and day out. 18 million people, all from different places, different religions, different colors, different creeds, all together as one in the strongest state in the country, in the greatest economy on the world. That's what diversity does for you. But I don't care. I don't care. I don't care about what this administration's political views are, because they are irrelevant. We need Congress to do the fair thing, the right thing. We need Congress to fund the Puerto Rican recovery. Puerto Rico, this is not a luxury, it is a necessity. This is a fork in the road. I believe 10 years from now, we're going to look back at today, and what we do today will determine the future of Puerto Rico. That is how serious this is. And Puerto Rico has a smart plan to rebuild. They did a great job. We worked and provided whatever assistance that we could. They had great organizations working with them on the plan. They had Deloitte, they had Rockefeller Foundation, the Ford Foundation. They have a great plan to rebuild Puerto Rico, not to what it was, but to build a Puerto Rico better than ever before. But we need funding from Congress, and we need a better response from the federal government than we have been getting. Now, the one thing this federal government respects is power, and they made a mistake. They think that Puerto Rico doesn't have political power because they don't vote for president. Well, maybe they don't vote in the general election for president, but Puerto Rico has a lot of family and a lot of friends and a lot of allies who do vote. Puerto Rico has friends in Florida, in Connecticut, in Massachusetts, in Chicago, in California, in Wisconsin, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, and Puerto Rico has the entire state of New York in its corner. And Governor, it is time to flex our political muscle and to do everything we can do to get Puerto Rico the funds it needs to rebuild. And we are there with you. I am a born and raised New Yorker, and we're very simple at the end of the day. When we are with you, and your fight is our fight, and whatever you need, we are with Puerto Rico in this fight. We're going to walk the road of recovery every step of the way, side by side with Puerto Rico. These are American citizens. These are our brothers and sisters. We are going to rebuild a Puerto Rico that has never been before. And Governor, you can rely on us. You point us in the right direction, we're there. Now, ladies and gentlemen, you join me in praising a great leader for Puerto Rico who has stepped up to the plate at a very, very difficult time, who is going to all through this country. So the agenda that he needs for Puerto Rico gets through that Congress. My friend, my brother, Governor Rosselló.